Good morning, students. Welcome to the online classes from Oscar Public School. I am your English teacher, Savita Juneja is here. Today we will start a new poem named Fire and Ice. It is written by Robert Frost, and about the poet I have told you in previous poem. So we are going to start from the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is Fire and Ice is a short and 9-line poems only written by Robert Frost. The theme of the poem is that man should live with love and be far away from hatred, desires, and jealousy. In this poem, he tells us about the fate of the world. Fate means future, that it will end in fire, while some believe to end it in ice. Poet concludes that the world will end in fire because of hate and desires prevalent in the world, yet he considers that ice is equally destructive as it stands for hatred. Here, the poet has used fire and ice as a symbolic meaning. The meaning of fire is basically desire, means wishes of human. Ice here stands for hate or hatred. Let's start the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, and some say it will end in ice. Mean to say, some people say the world can either end in fire, or on the other hand, few people say that it will end by the ice. From what I have tested of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. In line number 3, I word is used for the poet himself. Poet is telling, as much as I tasted of desire or I have a knowledge of the desire, it means that here poet wants to favor those people who are saying that this world will be ending by fire. Fire, again I'm telling you over here, means unending desires or wishes to have more and more. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of fate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. First line of second stanza, but if it had to perish twice, it word is used for the world, means if this world will have to end twice. Over here, perish mean to say to end. So I think I know. Who's I here? Yes, the poet Robert Frost is saying, I think I know enough of hate. Here poet is favoring the other reason for the end of the world. He is saying hate is enough to destroy this world, to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Suffice means sufficient. Ice means hate is also sufficient to end this world. As students, nowadays you are saying that uh, fire mean to say over here that desire. Human for the whole life he wishes to have more and more, and he ends his life because of unending desires. And second reason the poet is telling over here, ice, which is having a symbolic means hate. Hate can also destroy the world. Nowadays you are looking or hearing in the televisions that as America is now a biggest enemy of China. Okay, so just because of this hate he is blaming to the China. Even what China has done, that you know also very well. All are just putting the blames on that country and escaping or finishing their business relations from that country. So hate can also be the reason for the end of the world one day. So here I have explained this with a live example, or nowadays you are facing this thing. So ultimately we have finished our poem. Next I will tell you that if you get a question in the paper that according to you how this world can end. So you can choose this way also, like a symbolic meanings. If you want to explain, you can have an explanation as per scientific field also, how we can prove that world can end scientifically because of fire or ice. Because of fire means hot, as we are seeing that global warming is increasing year after year, and temperature is also rising, as some says that sun is coming closer to the earth slowly and gradually, so this planet can burst or burn because of the sun one day. And ice, the second reason, ice is having a cold effect. We also know, or we are well known with this scientific theory, that glaciers, where frozen ice are there, glaciers are melting, and the sea level is rising year after year, which is the greatest threat to the mankind or the life of human being on this earth. I hope you must have understood. Now I will discuss with you the rhyming scheme of the poem. As I told you also earlier, how to identify the rhyming scheme. Look at the poem. Here we are going to detect the same kind of sounds. See the first line. Fire, desire, fire. This is having same kind of or familiar sound. So we will give A alphabet to this. Then line number 2, ice, twice, ice, suffice. It is having same sound, so we will give to this D. And so I was explaining you about the rhyming scheme. Again I am explaining. Fire, desire, fire. Here you can put A alphabet in your books. Okay. And line number 2, look, ice, twice, ice, suffice. At the end of these lines you can put B alphabet. Okay. And then we are having hate and great. Here we can put C alphabet. If you will read it now, it will become ABA, ABC, BCB. So in this way we can identify the rhyming scheme. After that I am explaining the literary devices to you. The first is enjambment. Look at the first line. Some say the world will end in fire, some says in ice. It is one line basically, and at the end of the first line no punctuation, comma, like nothing is there. Okay, so this is called the enjambment. Enjambment we are having in the second paragraph also. Line number 2 to this. I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So here we are also having enjambment because no commas are there, and if we will read it, it is considering a same line. Next poetic device, alliteration. If you see the same alphabet is coming before two or more words, some say. Okay, and then look at this, world will, W is being repeated here, S is being repeated, so this is called alliteration. Then we are having next poetic device, personification. Personification means when poet grants the human like powers to an animated object or non-living thing, so that can be personified. Here fire and ice are being personified because these two are having powers of destruction like human. Next poetic device is anaphora. Anaphora here means when we see one or two line are starting from the same words, total words. I'm not talking here about alphabet. Some say, some say. So this is anaphora poetic device. Next, second last poetic device is assonance. Assonance means when you feel that sound of vowel is being repeated. Here we are not talking about the beginning of the words. In the middle of the work we are talking. Look at the first line, will in fire. So here we are having I sound, I vowel is being repeated. Here we are having assonance. One more assonance we are having in this line in stanza 2. If you will write the poetic device, I think, I know, I word is being repeated again. Okay, I sound meant to say is being repeated. So last poetic device we are having consonance. Consonance means repeating sound of consonant. Here look at this point, with those. D sound is repeated over here. So this is called consonance. So here children, I hope you must have understood this poem, and assignment and task will be shared to you. Thank you so much.